The secret Vatican files. The document wasn't supposed to exist. According to Vatican officials, the file had never been cataloged, never been archived, and never been seen by the public. Yet somehow, a copy appeared online. Most people dismissed it as a hoax, until researchers began noticing something disturbing. The file contained information that nobody should have known. The story began when a historian named Marcus was granted temporary access to a restricted section of the Vatican Archives. The underground complex stretched for miles beneath Vatican City. Thousands of ancient texts were stored there. Some were over 1,000 years old. Marcus spent weeks studying forgotten manuscripts. Most were harmless. Religious records, letters, ancient maps. Then he found a black folder hidden behind several sealed containers. There was no title, no catalog number, only a warning. Do not copy. Do not remove. Do not read alone. At first, Marcus thought it was some kind of joke. He opened it anyway. Inside were hundreds of pages. The first section described strange creatures reported throughout history. Not demons. Not angels. Something else. The drawings showed massive humanoid figures standing beside ancient cities. Creatures with impossible proportions. Towering shapes watching from distant mountains. The texts claimed these beings existed long before recorded history. Marcus continued reading. The second section was worse. It contained reports from explorers, priests, and researchers spanning hundreds of years. Different locations, different centuries, yet all described the same thing. A gigantic figure seen at a distance. Never close. Always watching. One report from 1673 described an expedition that entered a hidden valley in Eastern Europe. The explorers claimed they saw a dark figure standing on a mountain miles away. At first they believed it was a rock formation. Then it moved. The entire expedition disappeared. Only one journal was recovered. The final entry contained 6 words. It knows we can see it. Marcus couldn't stop reading. Hours passed. The deeper he went, the stranger the documents became. One section contained photographs. Actual photographs. Most were blurry. Taken from great distances. Mountains. Forests. Deserts. But in every image, the same silhouette appeared somewhere in the background. Watching, the figure seemed impossibly large. No explanation was provided. Then Marcus found the final section. Unlike the others, these documents were recent. Very recent. Some were less than 10 years old. The pages described a classified investigation involving satellite imagery. Analysts had discovered enormous moving shapes in remote regions around the world. The objects were too large to be animals, too slow to be vehicles, and too distant to identify clearly. The reports ended with a meeting transcript. One person asked a question. If these things are real, what are they? The answer chilled Marcus. We don't know. But they appear in records older than civilization itself. Near the end of the file was a sealed envelope. Marcus opened it. Inside was a single photograph. The image showed St. Peter's Square at night. Thousands of people filled the area. At first, nothing seemed unusual. Then he noticed the background. Far beyond the city lights. Standing on a distant hill. A dark figure. Watching the Vatican. Watching the camera. Marcus looked at the date. The photograph had been taken only 3 months earlier. Suddenly the archive lights went out. Complete darkness filled the room. For several seconds, Marcus sat frozen. Then emergency lights activated. A dim red glow illuminated the archive. And that's when he noticed something. The photograph was gone. The envelope was empty. Several pages from the file had disappeared as well, as if someone had taken them, or something had. Marcus immediately reported the incident. The Vatican denied the existence of the folder, denied the photographs, denied everything. Officially, the file never existed. But before losing access to the archives, Marcus managed to copy one sentence from the final page. A sentence that still appears on internet forums today. If you see them in the distance, do not let them see you looking back.